This is the Dzogchen Someday Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For multiple decades, I spent about 8 hours a day, almost every day, studying, practicing, mastering, and reverse engineering the teachings and techniques of each school of meditation so that you would not have to. It is Luke Skywalker early Friday morning. Come, let us meditate like a Jedi. Welcome to Green Heroine's Easy Tantra. So, it's easy to get overwhelmed with a bunch of techniques, so I'm going to give you the basic outline. We start and end with passive contemplations, beginning with passive contemplation of emptiness, concluding with a passive contemplation of kindness. And like the lettuce and tomato in a salad sandwich, first we'll meditate on clarity, then we'll meditate on bliss in a manner that is much simpler than you ever, and effective than you ever dreamt possible. I think it's fun to sometimes play with religious synonyms, because those who use synonyms, so there are people who will use synonyms to confuse good-hearted people and convince them they need to start from scratch. That is some ugly, ugly stuff. So let's review some synonyms. This morning we're going to open with emptiness's Maha Yoga. We're going to close with kindness's Maha Yoga. And in the middle, we're going to play with clarity's Ati Yoga and bliss's Anu Yoga. Having explored that, having reviewed that, let's move forward. Come, let us passively contemplate emptiness. Or let us bring our experience of the 4 bases of mindfulness into the path of the wisdom of letting go, which is the first fold of the Buddha's 8-fold path of enlightenment. Quick check over here. Let's see. Good morning to he or she who has joined me. As we relax into our exhalation, all the stressful circumstances or lots we saw during our previous inhalation could feel as non-graspable, empty or void, as in archetypes real or imagined, paradise, pure land, or vati, comprised only of light. We don't have to believe in that. We're just using it as an archetypical representation of the circumstantial. Let us now prepare to play with the actual practice of wisdom and letting go. As we inhale, we silently and mentally recite the 8-syllable synopsis, lots like vati, seen yet empty. As we exhale, we physically relax as best we can while chanting the 10-syllable mantra 3 times per breath for a total of 8 breaths. Om Tare Re Re Suwa, Om Tare Re Suwa, Om Tare Re Suwa. Om tare du dare du re so wa. 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 Welcome aboard. And of course, the moment you have a specific question about the philosophies or techniques that support mindfulness and meditation, do not hesitate to type your question in great detail in the chat window, or I tend to check for questions about once every 13 minutes or so. Om tare du dare du re so wa. 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 As we relax into our exhalation, all the stressful bodies or forms we felt during our previous inhalation could feel as non-graspable, empty, or void as an archetype's real or imagined body, deva, or yidam comprised only of light. The 8-syllable synopsis is as follows. Forms, like yidam, felt yet empty. We're going to shift gears now. We're going to, although we're still going to recite the 10-syllable mantra 3 times per breath, we're only going to do it for 4 breaths from here forward. Om tare du dare du re so wa. 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 As we relax into our exhalation, all the stressful relationships, communication, or speech we heard during our previous inhalation could feel as non-graspable, empty, or void as an archetype's real or imagined speech or mantra comprised only of light. The 8-syllable synopsis that we're going to silently and mentally recite during our inhalation is as follows. Speech, like mantra, heard yet empty. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. As we relax into our exhalation, all these stressful perceptions, emotions, intentions, cognitions, memories, imaginings, or minds we noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as a non-graspable empty or void, as an archetype's mind symbolized by a syllable or bija comprised only of light. The 8-syllable synopsis that we're going to silently and mentally recite during our inhalation is as follows. Minds like bija, clear yet empty. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. Om da de do da de do de so wa. We're going to shift gears and now prepare for mindfulness and meditation of clarity and letting go by reciting the Lama Kieno, Teacher, come to this crown. This bronze represents us, the meditator. The red Buddha represents either the teachings themselves or those who have mastered them. Teacher, come to this crown. Teacher, come to this crown. Teacher, come to this crown. As we passively notice air entering our nostrils, silently and mentally we could recite the verb watch. As we passively notice air exit our nostrils, silently and mentally we could recite the verb rest. Or in other words, as we relax into our exhalation, whatever anxiety or peace we watched during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just emotion. In preparation, to help us shift gears to the practice of mindfulness and meditation of bliss and letting go, let us chant the Lama Naljor, teacher blend with this mind. This bronze represents us, the meditator. The red Buddha represents either the synthesis of the teachings or the synthesis of all those who have mastered the teachings, whichever you feel most comfortable with. Teacher, blend with this mind. Teacher, blend with this mind. Teacher, blend with this mind. As we passively notice our chest swelling with breath, let us silently and mentally recite the verb feel. As we feel our chest subtly sink, as gently we exhale, let us silently and mentally recite the verb rest. Or, here's another way of doing the exact same exercise. As we rest during our exhalation, whatever pleasure or pain we felt during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just sensation. And once again, the moment you have a specific question about the philosophies or techniques that support mindfulness and meditation, do not hesitate to type your question in great detail in the chat window. For I tend to check for questions about once every 13 minutes or so. let us switch gears and passively contemplate the union of love and letting go, wherein we bring our personal needs and desires into manifesting's path of universal love. Mental kindness is the second fold of the Buddha's eightfold path of enlightenment. So let us now lovingly wish that each being's experience of the mental now be as joyful as the mind of an archetypical Buddha symbolized by a bija seed syllable. As we breathe in, as we breathe in, let us silently and mentally recite the 6-syllable synopsis. Bija joy for all minds. As we exhale, let us physically relax as best we can, while simultaneously striving to chant this 10-syllable mantra 3 times per breath for a total of 4 breaths. Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa. Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa. Interpersonal kindness is the third fold of the Buddha's eightfold path of enlightenment. Let us lovingly wish that each being's experience of the interpersonal now be as peaceful as the speech of an archetypical Buddha symbolized by a mantra. The 6-syllable synopsis is as follows. Mantra peace for all speech. Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa. Physical kindness constitutes the fourth fold of the Buddha's eightfold path of enlightenment. Let us lovingly wish that each being's experience of the physical now be as healthy as the form of an archetypical Buddha symbolized by a yadam. The 6-syllable synopsis is as follows. Yidam health for all forms. Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da de do da de do de suwa, Om da tare ru dare ru re so wa. Om 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 tare ru dare ru re so wa. We come now to circumstantial kindness, the fifth fold of the Buddha's eightfold path of enlightenment. Let us lovingly wish that each being's experience of the circumstantial now be as fortunate as the lot of an archetypical Buddha symbolized by a paradise, pure land, or vati. The six-syllable synopsis is as follows. Vati boon for all lots. During our next 8 exhalations, let us physically relax as best we can while striving to chant the 10-syllable mantra 3 times per breath for a total of 8 breaths. Om Tare Du Dare Du Re So Wa. 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 Having sat for the better part of an hour, we might find it refreshing to do what I like to describe as spiritual squat thrusts. As a preliminary practice, let's review bodhicitta. In our compassion, may we long to free all beings from the toxic tyranny of dread, desire, and delusion, metaphorically known as the 3 mental poisons. And now let us review refuge. In our pragmatism, may our liberation of all others be fueled by the 3 wish-fulfilling jewels of following the Buddha's example, applying his instructions, and cooperating with his students. An 8-syllable synopsis of that which I just recited is as follows. May we free all through the 3 jewels. So I'm going to swing the camera around and knock out 3 repetitions, just because it's nice to do something physical after sitting on your tejas for an hour. That's right. Quality Dharma instruction, Yiddish as an extra added bonus. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Woof. All the way up. Okay, here we go. All right. May we free all through the 3 jewels. May we free all the 3 jewels. May we free all through the 3 jewels. Woo, all the way down. Okay. That'll wake you up first thing in the morning. You have taken your first step into a much larger world. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. For Meditate Like a Jedi is made possible thanks to the generosity of viewers just like you. In approximately 11 hours, I would very much like to return to lead today's dusk practice of Meditate Like a Jedi. Whoopsie, let's see. Let's go over here. Okay. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.